From the PEP Radio Newsroom, this is the news blast for this hour. Public sources reporting that Pittsburgh Dyke March highlighted trans rights as federal threats mount. A crowd of marchers called out President Donald Trump's ban on transgender soldiers and cuts to gender-affirming care as they voice support for Pittsburgh's LGBTQ community. A marching band, a variety of chants, and dozens of flags enlivened Liberty Avenue on Saturday in Bloomfield. But this was no ordinary parade. A crowd of around 250 people gathered for the 15th year of the Pittsburgh Dyke March. This year, the event, which celebrates lesbian and queer people at large, focused on supporting transgender Americans amid ongoing rollbacks of trans rights, such as the recent ban of transgender soldiers in the U.S. military. Danielle Shelgren, a march organizer, said, "We really wanted to make our mission about the trans community because so many of their rights are under attack, even here in Pittsburgh with UPMC," referring to the hospital's decision to curb gender-affirming healthcare to people under 19 following an executive order by the Trump administration. The group also condemned other Trump policies, such as raids on communities by immigration and customs enforcement officers, and proposed cuts to Medicare. The marchers also protested the Israeli invasion and blockade of Gaza. "None of us are free till all of us are free," Shelgren said of the group's Palestinian activism. Chants of "Free, Free Palestine" and "No Justice, No Peace," and simply "Dyke, Dyke, Dyke" echoed from the crowd as they marched through the streets. The march led to Bloomfield Park, where vendors set up to serve food, table community information, and ink temporary tattoos. Organizers of the march, who later said that as many as 2,000 people participated in the event, spoke about the importance of staying politically active in the current climate. Then the DJ started playing music and the party began. Meanwhile, the Newcastle News is reporting that the biggest issues facing the Western Pennsylvania LGBTQ community are a lack of visibility, resources, and access to safe spaces, according to local queer individuals. To try and combat this, Newcastle's second Pride Festival was held in Cascade Park on Saturday. The event featured more than 20 vendors, family-friendly drag queen performances, an informational panel, raffles, and more. "We need the representation and sense of safety, especially in this political climate," event organizer Trevor Preisel said. He said he organized the festival because other LGBTQ events weren't scheduled locally this year. "I'm very stubborn, and I wanted to make this happen," he said. Tents showcased LGBTQ centers and resources in the area, such as the Shenango Valley Pride Alliance. This group has been hosting pride picnics for 4 years, but opened its own space last year. Nikki Hipple is the organization's vice president. "One of our biggest things is building community, whether it is LGBTQ people, allies, friends, or family, so everyone knows they're supported," they said. The Shenango Valley Pride Alliance also hosts craft nights, provides STI and HIV clinics, and works with local service organizations. Last year, they hosted a candlelit vigil in honor of Polly Likens, a transgender teen whose murdered body was found in the Shenango River in Sharon. "We couldn't stop what happened to Polly, but we can stop it from happening to someone else," Hipple said. The organization will be hosting another vigil at the end of this month in remembrance of Likens. Another group in attendance was Radiant Refuge, an online-only LGBTQ church based in Newcastle. In Newcastle, there's a dichotomy. There's a large gay community and a large anti-gay community. Brandon Moore, the church's pastor, said, "That's why our church is open and affirming to anyone." Moore called the Pride Festival fantastic, stating, "The weather is perfect. Cascade Park is a perfect spot for the event." Radiant Refuge shared its tent with Rainbow Tree, a grassroots support group that has been supporting the Lawrence County queer community since 2013. That's the News Blast for this hour. Download the Live 365 app to take PEP Radio with you wherever you go. Up next, we have the Meadville area weather forecast here on PEP Radio.